All right, what's happening, man? I'd like to welcome everybody back to another banger.
Back
You know
again.
what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Yes,
we
sir.
back again, man.
With these
Yeah, we back
12
again.
steps, these principles in the simplest form, man.
Yeah.
And we're just trying to give a little information to the newcomer, the old timer, you know, things that you could use in your everyday
Everyday life.
life, man, you know, to live, you know,
Yeah.
the program-free type of way, man. You know, because I remember early on, man, I found out that I needed programming.
Yeah.
Reprogram.
Yeah, reprogram.
Yeah,
Yeah.
man. When I was like, man, they just try to program you in that program, you know, and the paradox is, buddy, you need to be reprogrammed.
Yeah.
So we're going to talk about that, address a little bit about the older members, man, and the stance that they take and how things run riot sometime with them mentally, man.
Yeah.
Just follow us, man. Just come on inside. All right, man. So, if you done followed us inside, that means you want to hear what we got to say.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And 9 out of 10, we probably got something to say.
Yeah. So we welcome you here once again, man.
One
And we
more
just
time.
gonna chop it up a little bit, man. You know, looking at the old timer in the program, man. You know, I think you had a little feeling check, some things you wanted to touch about it, man, and
Yeah,
we'll
because
go from there, man.
yeah. Well, let's just do this and stuff. You know, like after a period of time that we've been here, for those who got some time and stuff, after a period of time, we really become responsible for the new people.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We really become responsible for them. So everything we
Responsibility too.
That's right. That's right. Everything we do always have to be for the newcomer. You know what I'm saying? Get out the way. Get out the way. Show the newcomers how to do this thing and then get out the way. You know what I'm saying? Because somebody got out the way when you came here.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? If you on a committee and you've been on that committee 2, 3, 4 years, it's time to move, man. You know, if you open up a meeting and stuff, and then you see a lot of newcomers just share wherever they at. You know, allow them to do and say what they need to do and say. You know,
Teach them how to
teach them.
lead the meeting.
Right. So, you know, all of this is our responsibility of being here longer. You know what I'm saying? So, what we're going to talk about today and for a little while, we're going to talk about those with time acting like bleeding deacons, other than elder statesmen.
The dangers
Yeah.
of time, man.
Yeah. The danger of time.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
You know-
I like that. Yeah. And I don't like a lot of stuff, but I like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I realize, man, that even, you know, old timers use the program to make sense out of their nonsense
Yeah.
using the steps or the program
Yeah.
or the lingo. You know, you ever been in a meeting, man, and you got old timers carrying on. Like they gonna fight, shoot, tear up the meeting, man.
Yeah.
And you got newcomers sitting there, or they going back and forth
Yeah.
over
What's going
an
on?
issue
Yeah.
that they don't understand that it's against the tradition. Or traditionally, if you understand the tradition, you ain't even got to box with that. You ain't even
Right.
got to have that argument. You know, somebody say a thing and an old timer believe it not to be like that. Not that he knows for a fact that it ain't like that. He just believe it not to be like that. And he'll argue right in front of the newcomer
Yeah.
without the facts, man. And then when the facts settle, when the smoke settle, you find out that you was wrong. And you won't even come back to the same meeting
Yeah.
and apologize for your wrong.
Yeah. To show some humility
Yeah,
that the
man.
newcomers need to see anyway.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That they need to see that anyway.
Yeah.
You know.
That even when I'm wrong,
Right.
I can get it right by apologizing.
Yeah.
That I ain't gotta be all grandiose and I ain't gotta be all tough and y'all don't, man, that's the behavior that we had coming in early on, man.
Old
How do you
behavior,
have
man.
that same behavior with 15, 20 years, 30 years? Well, we know how you have that same behavior. that at some point you stop practicing this way of life. You stop practicing the principles. You know
just going to meetings just to be seen.
You start coming up with your own stuff, man.
Yeah. You know, what a lot of people with time really don't understand, and some of them do, that the longer you stay clean, the higher the stakes get. You know what I'm saying? And I don't need to explain that to those with time. I don't need to explain that with those with time.
Or maybe you do.
You know what I'm saying?
You know, because some of them stop practicing.
Yeah.
You know, so they don't understand that, you know, you stay clean longer. The disease know you staying clean longer. Life knows you staying clean longer. You know, the stakes are higher.
Yeah. Higher the stakes get, man. You know, so it's like to really understand what an elder statesman is, that means that sometimes you just need to get out the way. You need to go to a meeting. Now, this is what elder statesmen do. Elder statesmen will go to a meeting and sit back, allow the meeting to flow. When the meeting go off course, an elder statesman will say, hey, the meeting gone off course. Let's get this thing back on course. So we talk about honesty in a meeting. When the meeting go all the way to somewhere else, elder statesmen get back and get it all.
Yeah.
Get it back on course. You know what I'm saying? That's what real people with time and stuff do.
This what he talking about. Watch this.
Yeah.
Watch this. This what he talking about. It's right here in the book. Tradition 2. For our group purpose, there's but one ultimate authority. A loving God as he may express himself in our group conscience. Our leaders are trusted servants.
Yeah.
So we don't run nothing.
Yeah.
You know, like the newer members or the members, period, in the group, when we take a certain position, they trust us to serve in that position. You know, not to lead and conquer in that position.
Yeah. All you is a servant. That's all you is.
Just a servant, man.
That's all you is.
You know?
And when did you become a servant? You know what I'm saying? And I ain't talking to the newcomers. I'm talking to those with time. When did you become a servant?
Talk, brother.
You know what I'm saying? You can't really serve if you ain't had a spiritual awakening. You know. If you've been here 10, 15, 20 years and you ain't had a spiritual awakening, something ain't right.
I need a pause in this.
Pause it then.
If he step on your toes,
just say out.
Just say out.
Yeah, man.
Go ahead, brother.
Yeah.
My bad.
That's okay. That's okay.
But I had to get that public
public announcement.
Yeah, public service announcement.
Yeah.
You know, because it's people shutting this off right now all over the
that's okay.
It ain't
old time. It ain't for them.
Shutting it down right now.
It ain't for them.
I don't want to hear that,
you know,
man.
Yeah.
You know. But some of what he's saying, I got it too. So I'm not saying that, you know, my hands are clean. So I'm glad you sharing what you sharing, you know. So go ahead.
Yeah, it look, when you look at the step, every step you should be coming to a spiritual experience. Every step ought to give you a spiritual experience. From 1 all the way to 12. You know what I'm saying? You should have a spiritual experience in every step.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That will lead you to the spiritual awakening.
Right.
If you go to the book, people need to understand what is the first spiritual awakening a person will have. The book tells us what it is. The first spiritual awakening is that you will lose the desire, the obsession to use. That's the first spiritual awakening. You know what I'm saying? So when you look at that, how do you lose that? You lose that from 1 to 11. That's where you lose it at, between 1 and 11. By the time you get to 12, when the spiritual awakening begin to happen, because it's an awakening, that means more than one. That's why the book say the first one would be you lose the desire and the compulsion to use drugs. But if I'm running in a room for 10 or 15 years still acting like I'm using, something ain't right, man.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? If you still cutting down newcomers and stuff, something ain't right, man. If you can't show love and tolerance to those who just got here talking crazy, you would have forgot where you came from.
Or if you praying on the newcomer instead of praying for him.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's real. That's real. Yeah. See, all that bring back to mind and stuff. You know, most of us got a story for everything, man.
Tell the story.
Most of us got a story for
Tell
everything, man.
Tell
you
it.
Know.
Nah.
Yeah, we all got a story for everything.
But tell
man.
the story, man.
You know, I remember because what you just said when you talked about praying on the newcomer. You know what I'm saying? I done that shit too.
No.
Oh God, yes.
Oh.
I done
it was
too.
just me.
No, I done it too. Yeah.
So you got it too.
Oh yeah, I done that.
Or you had it too.
I had it. Yeah, I done that. So because I done it, I'm qualified to say what I say.
Okay.
I'm qualified. You qualified to say what you say. You know what I'm saying? See, my experience qualified.
Well, I threw that out there because I remember a young lady told me that. She had 12 years clean. I think I had about 7, 8 years. She told me, why don't you stop praying on the newcomer and start praying for the newcomer?
Yeah, that was deep.
Yeah, these are things, you know, and that was a good old time.
Yeah.
Because she seen how I work and how I move.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
You know, with all that good sharing.
Yeah.
You know, old timers with all that good sharing.
Yeah.
Because she come in the room. She knew.
Oh, yeah.
You know, so now you see her in the room and you know you kind of popular anyway. So when you share that thing, they gonna ooh and ah you.
Yeah.
You know, and she gonna be wondering, well, who is that? Because she wants the cleanness.
Yeah.
She wants to stay clean. She want to know what it takes to stay clean.
Yeah.
And that's the type of person that might, you know, that easy for you to go over to and say something to her, you know, because of how the people respond to how you share.
Yeah.
You done already set it up when she walked in with your sick self.
Seen her coming through the door, man.
Yeah.
You know, oh, here she come. Now, I'm going to share real good now. Yeah. See, I was a real
profound share.
Yeah.
I'm just helping you out.
Yeah.
I seen it on your lips, man. I ain't want to hit you in the back. But
it really didn't want to come out, though. You know what I'm saying?
You don't want you to tell that.
It really didn't want to come out.
You know?
That's how I used to knock off a lot of women and stuff, newcomers. You know what I'm saying? Because I can speak real good and stuff. And
say that NA lingo.
Yeah.
NA lingo.
Yeah.
NA has a lingo. The literature says.
Mistreated, misused a lot of newcomers in my day. I done that, you know. So I'm able to share about that, you know, because that's my experience. See, but I don't live like that no more. See, but that been fucking 20 years ago. I've been here 31 years. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But I catch them fresh, man. I used to catch them fresh. Yeah.
Well, I'm saying, you know,
catch them fresh, man.
Not all of us, but I was guilty of that too. You know what I'm saying? I see them come in the door, or when I used to sit on them panels. So when I went in them treatment centers, man.
Yeah.
And
you setting bait now.
Oh man, when I dropped it down, man, they, you know, because even when I got up, you know, like my name, and I'm saying this for y'all that don't know, you know, like I was a household name in Birmingham. Oh, that's Greg J. So when I went to them centers and I get up and people would introduce me, they went with me. You know, these people got time like me. But they were profoundly, oh yeah, this Greg J. When the message come and he's gonna it's gonna move. So all of that. Now I see 2 or 3 cute ones in there, man. When I get through speaking, now I'm sitting there giving people my phone number.
Yeah.
But they saying men stick with men, women stick with women.
Yeah.
But I see 1 or 2 of the cute ones in the line with the men.
Yeah.
So I done already came prepared. I ain't gonna write in their book. I slide that number to them real quick. It's on the paper.
Yeah.
Because I don't want everybody else to see me giving them the number. I slide the number to them. A lot of times they get out there, call me. When they call me, I'm taking them down that day. Soon as they come out, I'm bedding them that day.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because I don't want y'all to see me, man.
Yeah.
Or I don't want her to come in the room and you see her. Because we was a bunch of sick folk back then, man. You know what I'm saying? We saying the truth, but thank God I ain't sick like that no more, man. But there's old timers who's like that right now. And you know who you are.
And that's who we talking to. We also is talking to the new people that might be browsing the doggone web and you catch up with us. You know what I'm saying? So we trying to warn you too of them kind of people.
Yeah.
You know, cause you can basically hear them kind of folks though, if you listening. You know. But the old timers is the ones that it's got the means going all off track though. You know what I'm saying?
Right. We're responsible. It's our responsibility as old timers to keep the meeting on track when we're there. You know, because the newer members don't know. They just coming in the door. You know? That's so when the meeting is off track and you hollering about how the meeting is off track, you know it's you. You know? I mean,
what are you doing
a man
to put it back
who
on
owns
track?
a company, if the company start to go downhill, it's him. He's the head of the company. He hired the people who going to keep it together, who's going to work it. He set people, you know, in certain positions and all that stuff like that. When the meeting is going off track, we need to look at ourselves, man.
And if you can't get it back on track, you don't really need to be in there messing it up even more, though.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So, it's really, and I'm thinking about now that people with time, and I'm trying to understand why people with time do what they do. And only a couple of things really coming into my mind right now. A lot of ego, You full of
a lack of attending to your morals
Right.
and your values.
You full of
you
love.
think they changed,
Right.
but they really haven't
Yeah,
changed.
yeah.
You
You full
think
of
you
pride.
practice 6.
Yeah.
You think you practice 5.
Yeah.
You think you practice, 9, 10, and 11. But it isn't, man, because look, man. Look. Practicing the principle takes work. The reality of practicing the principle. See, change is not change until it's tested. Like faith isn't faith until it's tested. You can say you got all the faith in the world, but until it's tested,
Yeah.
you don't know how much you got,
Yeah.
man. You know what I'm saying? You can act your way into a lot of things, man, but reality will always put you out there.
It
It'll
was set
always
in.
pull the curtain down on
Reality
you, man.
will always set
Yeah,
in.
see, I can always apologize to you, Kun, for something that I did wrong. I could apologize to my son. I could apologize to my wife. But look, man, my son was murdered, man. You understand what I'm saying? Here it comes. Can I forgive that guy who murdered my son?
Yeah.
See, it's easy to say you can forgive a person.
Yeah.
But now when forgiveness
It's
is
needed.
hard, when it's needed, when it's hard, let's see where you are now, man.
Yeah.
And I ain't saying that you have to or you don't have to. But it's what I wanted to do. It's what I needed to do. I needed to forgive this guy. I needed to measure where I was. Was it easy? Nah, it wasn't easy, man.
Nothing worth having is.
Nah, man. And then the same kid who murdered my son, a year later, somebody blew his brains out. The same way they murdered my son. And my heart went out to this kid. Did I take it like, yeah, now he got the same thing? Yeah, he got the same thing. Did I desire or wish for him to have the same thing? No, I didn't. Because he was just a kid, man.
Yeah.
And this is the work that's hard, man. That's the type of work that's hard.
You know what you're
You know?
really saying is that people say that storms, trials and tribulation bring about character. What trials and tribulation do, it shows your character.
Yeah,
That's what trials and
it
it reveals your character.
Yeah.
That's what trials and tribulations do.
So you sit
You
in
know
a
what I'm saying?
meeting. You sit in a meeting with 16 years.
Yeah.
You sit in a meeting with 20 years. And it's something that somebody say in that meeting
Yeah.
that tripped you out so bad you want to fight somebody?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, come on, man.
Or
Check
you just
yourself,
want to,
man.
yeah. Or you just want to start some stuff in the rooms in front of newcomers that, oh, I know more than you.
Yeah.
See, but the rooms is basically
Yeah, that's really what it's about.
Yeah, you know. So we always want to get to the root of the problem now. You know, people with time will always try to justify and rationalize the most outrageous nonsense, man. You know what I'm saying? Most outrageous nonsense. If I got 16 years, and a newcomer come in and say something that I know that ain't true, why do I want to box with him? You know what I'm saying? Why do I want to tear him down? You know what I'm saying? So it got to be something happening with me for me to want to do that to him. What did really happen? I didn't forgot that I was there too. People was tolerant and patient with me when I came in.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. People did not beat me up when I came in. So why is I'm beating other people up? Why is I'm beating a newcomer up? You know? So
I don't
You
know,
know.
man. They kind of beat me up a little bit when I
Well.
Okay, I mean, when I look back now, some of it was justified. I was talking crazy sometimes, and they was like, "Oh, we can't let him spread that across the meeting."
That's what you call the elder statesman.
Yeah,
Yeah. Who gonna keep the meeting flowing the way the meeting's supposed to flow.
yeah, man. I had
You know
an
what I'm saying?
old timer, and I'm saying that these are some of the things that I respect today. Sort of like I have a lot of honor, respect, and admiration to my moms for laying that belt on me at times when I was younger. So I have that for some old timers in the room, man. Like, I just had this arrogance about me, man.
Yeah.
I mean, it wasn't small. I had this arrogance about me. And I remember I was at this meeting, man, and I'm Greg, and another dude, white guy, he just cut right in while I was sharing. You know,
How much time he have?
Greg, let's see, if I got 29 years, Greg got to have 38, 39 years or something like
so,
that.
So when you came in, he had almost 10 years clean.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he was practicing principles then.
Yeah.
Yeah. Go ahead.
That's Dwayne and all them boys sponsor.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? The white them boys. But he said he just cut right in. And I was on a Zoom meeting the other day and I told him about that. How I respected that, seeing him now with the beard, old, gray, and stuff.
Yeah. But he's still here.
But he jumped in there. He said, Greg J, hold it, man. He said, look, man, this ain't about you.
Right. Yeah.
You know, whatever I was sharing, it was all this. And when I look back, because he reminded me, that's when I met this little girl. She was at that meeting.
Okay.
And I was sharing all this stuff.
The motive wrong then.
Yeah. You see the picture I just showed you.
Yeah.
I had the little gold rings and all that
Yeah.
stuff. You know, back then we wore rings on every finger and
Yeah.
chains. You see me with all the chains and all. And he said, this ain't about you, man. He just cut me right off. I was 38, man. I was steaming in that meeting, man. I was steaming and I sat back, man. And so after the meeting, you know, he walked past me and he said, this is about all of us, man.
Yeah.
This ain't about just you.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm thinking he coming to apologize. He said that when it got in his car, man. When I went home, man, that freed me, man. Let me just say, when I think about that now personally, when I went home, not even being all informed and all this, you know, I'm learning the program and all this stuff like that. I went home and that freed me because I realized that it wasn't all about me, man.
Right.
That this is a we program.
Yeah.
You know, and it's about us.
He went straight to the first edition.
He went
straight to the
he
first
went straight
edition.
to the jugular. You know, as far as I was concerned. But
Yeah, you know.
that we play a small part of a great whole,
whole,
man.
Yeah.
And ain't nobody more important than the other person.
That's right. Because there is no big U's and little I's in here, man. You know, no matter how much we want to think so, you know, there is no big U's and little I's.
And that's the position that old timers or predecessors should take. It shouldn't be a position of arrogance.
No. Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Even though you might know a little bit more, but your actions show that you really don't know nothing. You know, if I got to come into the room and beat somebody up to make me feel good about me, that means I still got work to do.
Yeah.
You know, that I should have done a long time ago. You know. Yeah.
Or you got to come in and make it like what you're sharing is the absolute.
Right.
And it isn't, man. It's just what you're sharing is absolute to you.
Yeah.
You know, you ain't got to tear this newcomer down because they said something that's nonsensical to you.
Yeah.
That's just nonsensical to you, but it makes a lot of sense to them. How about sitting with them after the meeting? How about that one?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
You know, how about waiting until then? How about you ain't got to do it in the meeting in front of everybody?
That's right.
You know?
Yeah.
Now,
put them aside.
Now, if they come and just ripping through one of the traditions, you know, they want to come in and talk about Jesus and Paul and Saint this and Saint, that's a different matter. But you still do that delicately.
Yeah.
With kid gloves on, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You just let a person know that ain't what we share here.
Right.
You know, this ain't
we
church.
respect your stuff
and
stuff, but that ain't what these rooms about.
Yeah.
You know
You don't take that opportunity to shine, is what we're saying,
right.
man.
Yeah. You know, and the bottom line is that, you know, I think people with time get to a point that it's like I know more than y'all, so you need to be listening to me. Right. You know what I'm saying? Other than I need y'all more than y'all need me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Because a lot of old timers, here go another hit, man. Here go another hit. You know, incoming. You know, so duck if you know, cause it's incoming. when old timers would share at a meeting 20 minutes and then they'll get up and leave.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, they just shared
right.
took 20 minutes of the meeting, get up and leave. Nobody could ask them a question about what they said. Nobody can share toward what they said. They just 20 minutes and they'll leave. 10 minutes and they'll just leave the meeting, man. As though what they said is law and that's that, man.
Yeah.
You know, how about that one, man? Why that, man?
I don't know. But they do it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And these are questions that we just saying to the old timers, man. You know who you are, man.
Sure. Of course you do.
know?
Of course you do. And if you got any of these flaws, maybe, just maybe, you might want to look at them.
Here go another one. Incoming. No, I'm just playing. But here go another one, man. Not only do you share 20 minutes and get up and leave, I lost my train of thought when I was getting ready to say, all right, it'll come back to me, man. Hold on, stay right there. You know.
Yeah.
I said they share 20 minutes, get up and leave.
I don't know what you're gonna say. I can't read
it ain't
your
for
mind.
me to say.
You
So
know
outcoming. You know.
Yeah.
You know. But that's the thing, man. You know, that's a big one though. Oh, here go the one. Okay, so back to incoming.
Okay, it came back.
All right. That will tell a person in a real profound way. Every meeting, man, we say, grab somebody, you know, get you a sponsor, ask somebody to sponsor you, blah, blah, blah. We say that to the newcomer.
Mm-hmm.
But before the meeting is over, all the old timers are gone. Yeah. They're outside the meeting. Yeah. They done shared, now they outside the meeting, having their own little meeting or talking about what they, you know, what's wrong with from prayer to prayer? That's what I learned when I came in.
Mm-hmm.
I'm there at the beginning prayer. I leave at the ending prayer. You know, I mean, the meeting, you know you came to that meeting for an hour or an hour and a half. Stay an hour and a half.
Yeah, yeah.
You know,
yeah,
you can leave the meeting after the last prayer, man. You know, when we say the prayer at the end, leave the meeting. Somebody might want to talk to you, man. Somebody might want to ask you to sponsor.
Yeah.
Why they got to go outside looking for you at a meeting that you should be inside? And now they stay in the rooms long enough to get a little bit of time. And now when they get through sharing, they doing the same thing you doing, man.
Yeah. Because the example had already been set.
Yeah.
You know, a bad example always been set. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? You know, and when you were saying, I was thinking about, how about when you sitting there, you listen to somebody going through something? How about after the meeting, grab them and say, look, man, I understand what you're going through. You know, if you've been through it, share your experience. Mm-hmm. You know, don't never let a person leave a meeting worse off than they came.
Yeah.
You know, because that ain't what the meeting's about.
And old timers also have to try to learn how to share with people. Not not indefinitely. Like sharing, what I mean by that is you share with the person as though what you telling them is what they have to do. Mm-hmm. You know, you always share openly.
In your own experience.
Just in your experience.
In your experience.
Well, this is what I did. Mm-hmm. You know, mm-hmm. And I don't know what you may have to do, but what I did, it worked for me.
Yeah.
It may work for you if you choose to try it.
Yeah.
You know.
Only thing we got to give is our experience, strength, and hope. That's all we got. Mm-hmm. We got nothing else. We have nothing else. Right. The program said all we got is our experience, our strength, and our hope. And it was broke down to me this way. By me sharing my experience, mm-hmm. it would give you the strength and a hope that you ain't got to go through it. My experience, strength, and hope. That's all we got. That's how it was given to me. Because that's all we got. By me sharing my experience, it would give you the strength that you ain't got to go through it. The hope that you ain't got to go through it. Mm-hmm. That's all we got, man.
And here it is me with 29 years. First time I heard that. Yeah. And it probably hit me the same way it would hit a person.
Yeah.
And see, I can say
real
that.
Though, man.
I can say that with time clean, I'm still learning. Yeah. How many of you old timers can say that? Yeah. I mean, honestly, in your heart, and know that you're still learning.
Yeah.
That you don't know everything yet. You know, we say in a room where I don't want to turn right, because if I turn right by, you know, all that stuff like that, man. Yeah. Well, I'm always learning, man.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
because that's the whole key. The whole key is to continue to learn. Let's say I remember when I had Yeah. Yeah, when I had maybe 10, 15 years, 16 years, and I used to go to meetings and a lot of newcomers and try to share and stuff. So I talked to my sponsor one day. He said, what you need to do, you need to go to a meeting with people with 30 and 40 years, and you need to become a newcomer. That's what you need to do.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Go to a meeting with people with more time than you.
Right. Exactly right. So you can sit there and become a newcomer.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, but all that was real though.
Listen,
all
I feel
that's
that.
real, man.
I feel that. I was in Florida.
You know what I'm saying?
I was in Florida. Went to an AA meeting.
Mm-hmm.
You got to understand what I'm saying.
Mm-hmm.
It's people in there with 60-something, 70-something years clean.
Right. Yeah.
I mean, I don't know how far I'm stretching it, but I'm saying whatever these people that was there at the beginning.
Oh yeah. They the one who started the meeting up.
Man, I'm sitting in there with these people with all this time. Stories in the book, in the AA book. I'm sitting right next to them.
Yeah, yeah. Wrote the story. Yeah.
Man.
Yeah, they done wrote the story.
Listen.
Yeah.
I felt highly intimidated. Even though they just like I am.
Right.
And it's people who I went there with who wanted me to share. Because they know me from around the rooms at NA. They wanted me to share. I really didn't have a whole lot to say because when them brothers got through saying stuff, what else was there to say? And then they would say, they'd say,
they always
directions and manipulations fail. The second tradition concerns the nature of leadership in Narcotics Anonymous. Anthony K., tell them what that means. You know what I'm saying? That's what they'll do.
Yeah.
Or they'll read something else and they'll say Jerry H. Yeah. Shit, like they picking people out.
Yeah.
You know? So they don't need you to share.
Different men go different ways. Right, right.
They want this person to share. And then after a while, they'll say, well, we're gonna open the floor, let a few idiots share. And now you sitting there like, now you don't want to share. I don't want to be one. Yeah, but the some people will share. You know what I'm saying? And they was right.
You know what that bring about?
They sound like an idiot.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. Especially when you're talking about people who have lived this 20, 30, 40, 50, 60 years, man. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And got booked.
It's entwined into their life.
Yeah, man. The reason my sponsor told me to go to them means with those with 30 and 40 and 50 years. Now, he said this, but I
want to say one thing real quick because I'm sitting here and this dwelling in my head. You know, not in the sense that you're an idiot, so don't take that personal. Or they would say, I'm saying when I was there, I understood what they meant by that. Yeah. You know, because I didn't have the information that they had on the level that they had in that big book, man. I did not. And I think that's how they meant it. They said it in the sense, now the floor is open. Let some idiots share. Yeah. You know, because I wasn't there.
Because they understood they weren't coming out the book, though. See.
Right. These people was just getting ready to come off their head. Yeah. They was coming from. Yeah.
You know, that's what wisdom will give you after a period of time and stuff, you know. But
right, I had enough wisdom to understand it. Yeah. I'm glad you said that. Yeah. So that's basically what I'm saying. I had enough wisdom to understand where they was coming from when they made that statement. Yeah. It wasn't personal to me.
No. And it wasn't personal to them. They were just speaking facts, though. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
And that's how they talk in AA.
Right. You know, and back to what I was saying is that he said that going to meetings with a lot of newcomers and people with a little time and stuff, they'll drain you and stuff. You know, they'll drain you of your knowledge. They'll drain you emotionally, blah, 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 right? So he said you need to go to some meetings where there are people with 30, 40, 50 years so you can get some stuff. I understand. You know what I'm saying? So, but what I got out of it is that I needed them meetings because I needed to get humble. I needed some humility. I need to sit quiet. I need to absorb some stuff. So you can't give something you ain't got, man. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? You can't give something you ain't got. and stuff. So he was sending me to
You
them
can't
meetings.
give it all out without
can't.
getting anything
That's right.
back.
Yeah.
You gotta refill.
You got to. And that's what he was telling me, you know. So when I used to go to them meetings and stuff with 15, 16, 17 years clean, man, I was like a newcomer, you know, because I was absorbing. All this stuff. They was coming out the big book, you know what I'm saying? They were giving you nothing but straight information.
Right.
Nothing but information, you know. And that kept me humble. So when I go back to the meetings where there's people with 6 months, 9 months, a year, 2 years, you know what I'm saying? Then I can give something. Or I can just sit there and understand that now I can get something from them too.
Yeah.
I ain't got to always be giving. I can receive too. Because I learned how to get humble and stuff. You know what I'm saying? I begin to know what real humility is. You know. And if you look it up in the dictionary, what humility really is, then you understand what I'm talking about. Yeah, then you understand.
Now people wondering what humility really is based on what you're saying.
Really? You think they is?
Yeah.
I'm a do this because I don't want anybody to say that I was just saying some stuff, right? Mm-hmm. Okay. Now I'm gonna do this, and I want everybody to hear what real humility is.
Go ahead. Put it in the mic.
I'm finna get to it.
This is real humility.
Real humility.
Or just humility. It ain't a word called real humility.
Right. The definition of humility.
Here's the definition of humility: a modest or low view of one's own importance, humbleness.
A modest or low view of one's importance, humbleness. Mm-hmm. Listen what that man said.
It cradles you. It keeps you in a place.
It said a moderate or modest or low view of one's importance.
Yeah.
What do people with time, when they come into the room, they think they're more important?
Right.
And stuff, right?
Well, you ought not think more of yourself than you should. It's basically what that's saying.
Yeah.
You should be in a level,
humble state.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? A humble state.
Yeah.
You know, and that's what
humble is the key.
Yeah, and that's what when I went to them meetings with them folks with 30 and 40 and 50 years, that's what I learned. So when I go back to the meetings, because you remember early on, most people didn't have no more than when we first came in. They didn't have no more than maybe 2-3 years at the most. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? The brother that started the meeting that we went to, he only had maybe 7 or 8 years at the time, but he had moved. So everybody
but
else,
Bobby Joe had a lot of time.
Yeah, but Bobby Joe wasn't from here. He didn't start no meetings out here.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right. He just came in.
He came in. He shared his stuff. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, he came in and shared his stuff. Mm-hmm. But he had 12 years at the time. But he had a whole lot of recovery. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And he brought hope to the newcomer. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And that's all we supposed to do, man. Is bring hope to the newcomer.
So saying, man, if old timers, go visit some places where people got 10 to 20 years over you.
Yeah. If you need some humbleness.
Yeah. Which we know you all don't.
Right.
We know y'all ain't got that.
Oh, they already there.
Yeah.
They already there. So we ain't really talking to them.
Nah.
And stuff. We talking to those who don't have that.
Yeah, who don't have that.
Yeah. So, if you got it, don't worry about it. It ain't for you. This ain't for you, But if you don't got it and you looking for it, go and get humble with some folks with 30 and 40 years clean.
Yeah. So this just, man, look, this just something we want to drop at the spur of the moment.
Right.
A flash look at the old timers, even ourselves, man. I think it's some valid information, man. Once again, you all can always make sure you subscribe to our channel. Smash the
like button.
And ring the notification bell. Man.
Always hit the bell. Always hit the bell.
Because anytime we drop one of these, you'll just be notified. It'll just pop up on you. But don't forget to subscribe, because we'll always bring you another banger.
Yeah.
So every time we bring one, you know, you would know it's there, man.
That's right.
You know, but this was pretty good, man.
Yeah, I had a good time
Pretty
with
good
it.
day, man. I had a good day too, man. You know, and I'm glad y'all came and sat in with us as usual, man. You know, we appreciate you, man.
We appreciate you for real.
So we just gonna check out. I'ma, holler at you. I always put my hand in my surrender mode.
Yeah.
I'ma holler at you.
Yeah.
And we out of here.
We're gonna see you. All right.